At its Valeria and Camila represents an online account, with the main activity tied to a matching Instagram presence and an X profile under something like @ValCam official, that features two people named Valeria and Camila presented as conjoined twins in the dicephalic parapagus category. Two fully separate heads, each with individual faces, necks, shoulders, and arms, all connected to and sharing one single torso, pelvis, and set of legs. The typical posts show them in short clips or photos doing everyday things together, wearing matching or complementary outfits, posing stylishly, drinking coffee or other drinks in sync, walking side by side with coordinated steps, trying different hairstyles or makeup, smiling or reacting expressively in tandem, and posting captions that push a positive, unified message like embracing uniqueness, enjoying life as a duo, or keeping a fun, two heads, one vibe energy. The overall feel is very polished, influencer standard, with nice lighting, smooth transitions in videos, careful framing that highlights their harmony, and a deliberate contrast in personalities, one side coming off more energetic or playful, the other calmer or more poised, to make the dynamic engaging and relatable on a surface level. Looking at it completely neutrally from what's visible in public X conversations and mentions around the handle, the whole thing has become a small but persistent point of intrigue and argument online. A fair number of people react with curiosity or even light enjoyment, treating it as an interesting or creative piece of content. Some get hooked by the visual symmetry, the fashion choices, the way that twins seem to bounce off each other smoothly, or just the sheer oddity of the premise in a short-form social media format that usually features regular duos or siblings. It rides the wave of viral twin content, trends where coordination and aesthetics drive shares and views, so for those not digging deeper, it can come across as entertaining or novel. At the same time, a much louder and more repeated reaction across threads is outright skepticism or dismissal, with tons of users calling it fake, artificial, or straight-up AI-generated. The most common reasons people give include how eerily identical or perfectly symmetrical the two faces look in almost every angle and lighting, something that's extremely rare in actual conjoined cases because natural development almost always produces noticeable differences in features, expressions, or even minor asymmetries, the movements appearing far too seamless and effortless without any of the small compensations, strains, or unique adaptations that real conjoined individuals with this anatomy typically display in videos over time, the content feeling overly produced and repetitive, like it's following a tight script or generation pattern rather than capturing spontaneous real moments, and the complete lack of any deeper, messy, or personal layers that usually show up in genuine long-running accounts of rare medical conditions. No childhood stories, no family shoutouts, no mentions of practical daily hurdles beyond surface level, no gradual evolution of posting style or life updates that build authenticity organically. People often compare it unfavorably to well-known real conjoined twins, pointing out how those cases show visible individuality, practical realities, and verifiable history that this one lacks entirely. The account keeps up the persona consistently, sometimes acknowledging the doubt with casual laughs or deflections without ever diving into heavy proof or explanations, which only fuels more back and forth in replies and quote tweets. Some posts mock the perfection of it all, two perfect faces on one perfect body with zero deformities? Sure. Others label it nasty work for leaning into the conjoined twin angle if it's fabricated, and a few express frustration at how easily it spreads as a mystery or viral hook. No clear consensus ever forms one way or the other in the visible discussions. It's split between those who shrug and scroll past, those who find it cool as a concept regardless, and a vocal group convinced it's synthetic media designed to exploit curiosity in the current era of easy AI tools and viral fabrication. As a result, it lingers as this weird, unresolved internet blip, attention-grabbing because of its bold claim, divisive because the evidence, or lack of it, doesn't line up neatly for most observers, and ultimately just another example of how hard it can be to tell what's real versus crafted when everything looks glossy and optimized for the algorithm. Without anything more concrete showing up publicly to tip the scales, it stays in that gray zone of online spectacle, fascinating to some, suspicious to many, and conclusive to almost nobody.